The Council of Europe has made already a number of policy documents for member states to support them in making national policies more child-friendly. The first guidelines that we have prepared are on child-friendly justice, which guide the member states in their legislation and in policy to make sure that children have a real voice in the justice system, whether it is in the administrative justice system, in the criminal justice system, or in the civil justice system. These guidelines, they support judges to understand how important it is to listen to the voices of children when they have contact with the justice system, which happens in many different cases. For example, when children are in conflict with the law, or when children's parents are divorcing. So it's crucial that states understand how important it is for children as human rights bearers to be listened to and to be able to give their points of view. We have similar guidelines in the area of child-friendly health services, requiring the medical sector to listen to the voices of children when they are being treated for illness, for example, or when they are suffering from mental health illness. It's crucial that those guidelines support the states in understanding the importance of the rights of the child and the need for them to participate in the decision making, and for those views of children to be really taken into account. The London seminar was very important for a number of reasons. The first reason for me was that children were actually participating in the seminar in the House of Lords in London. For me, this was also important because it is the first time the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe involves children in an activity. Children that were participating in the event have experience from the justice system from different aspects. But there were also children that have had to deal with mental health illness or mental health conditions because they've either themselves been ill or because their parents, brothers or sisters have suffered from mental health conditions. It is extremely important in discussion on policy making regarding justice or mental health that children are also listened to. So for me, what was really important at the London seminar is that we were able to and given the opportunity to listen to children that have real experience and are real experts on justice and on mental health issues. There were a number of interesting experiences and practices which were underlined as promising practices. One of the most well-known good practices which is being used in member states is what we call the Barnahus, the Icelandic Children's House model, which is a model for the justice system to support child victims of sexual exploitation and sexual abuse. This is a place where a child that has been a victim of sexual abuse is interviewed by all of the professionals, the medical professional, the justice professionals, the judges, the attorneys, the prosecution, psychologists. So all of the professionals actually group around the child instead of the child being taken to different physical settings, the courthouse, the hospital, and the child does not have to explain the trauma it has gone through because of the sexual violence that it has been subjected to. So the child does not have to say, or the child is interviewed by a trained person which avoids the child being victim of secondary victimization, because it is difficult for a child to have to explain the trauma to different people in different settings. So we're really placing the best interest of the child in really the center. And the Children's House gives this opportunity for all of the professionals to work with the child in a single setting. I think this is one of the best examples and very good and promising examples of child-friendly justice. There are also very good other examples which exist in Europe, especially regarding child-friendly justice, because that is the area where the Council of Europe has worked most today. For example, we are developing training programs on child-friendly justice to work with judges on how to respect the rights of the child in justice proceedings. Concerning mental health, the Council of Europe has worked less on mental health issues of children, and I am sure that there are many good examples on how to support children with mental health. For example, to put in place multidisciplinary centers which help guide the parents and the teachers and the child to get very early on a detection of a mental health illness in order to break the taboo around mental health, because mental health of children, it is a serious taboo in our countries. I believe that there are good examples, and I'm going to, and my teams and my committees will go and really try to find out what those good examples are, and I hope that we will be able to develop a solid instrument or guidelines for member states on how to detect, how to prevent, and how to support children that are affected by mental health conditions or mental health illness.